commonly observed, wrote Dr. Johnson in 1758, that when two Englishmen meet, their first talk is the weather. They are in haste to tell each other what each must already know. That is hot or cold, bright or cloudy, windy or calm. Not much has changed. A survey published earlier this year found that the average British person mentions the weather at least once every 6 hours, and that 70% of us check the weather forecast every day, and even when nothing unusual is happening. Last week, as temperatures soared to 29 degrees, the highest recorded end of the September temperature for 116 years. There was a sense of both delight at the lovely hot weather and worry about the threat of global warming. On television and in the newspapers, experts argued earnestly over what such extreme weather meant, and if there was even a term for it. While many called it an Indian summer, the Met Office ruled that it couldn't be properly called an Indian summer, which only occurs as a warm spell in autumn, especially in October and in November. The BBC's main weatherman also agreed that the heat had arrived a bit too early to be described as an Indian summer. Indian summer has different names across the globe. In Britain, until around the end of the First World War, late heat waves were known as St. Martin's summers. The feast of St. Martin's fallen on 11th November, and in much of Europe they still are. Other countries have their own names. In Russia, it's an old ladies' summer. In Bulgaria, it's gypsy summer, and in China, a tiger autumn. But the big difference between the British and the other nationalities is that they talk about Indian summers much more. Britons need weather talk to help us overcome our reserve, explains Kate Fox, author of Watching the English. We talk about it a lot, but not because it's an interesting topic. People use weather talk to facilitate social interaction. The writer Sir John Mortimer saw a deeper reason for Britain's peculiar obsession with the weather. There is nothing personal about it, he wrote. It gives away no secrets. Talking to our next door neighbors over the fence, we as a nation are reluctant to make such uncomfortable confessions as I can't stand your children or I am passionately in love with your wife. It's far easier to say I think we'll be having rain over the weekend.
Okay, so what did you understand? Can you summarize this text and then tell me your own opinion?
This talks about how Britons talk to each other about weather.
Mm-hmm.
And in this year, this Indian summer arrived a bit early,
Okay.
as I mentioned, and
Then what is more?
I think it's about warm temperature in autumn,
Mm-hmm.
and every country has their own words, names,
Mm-hmm. Their own callings, their own phrases to call the
phrases.
same
Yeah.
weather conditions.
Mhm.
And do you agree with this statement? Do you agree with this article or not? Do you think
What
that
do you think
is
about it?
understandable, legible? To call it Indian summer, temperature soared, etc. For example, do you have such phrases in your own language?
Your own language.
For example, in Kazakhstan, do you have some, if you translated it, of course, in English, do you have some special phrases, interesting idioms to call hot weather, cold weather, rainy weather?
Yeah.
When you translate, what can it be?
For example, in August, when the weather became colder,
Gonna cold.
at the end of the August, before autumn, my grandmother always said, "Şimdi çıktı, like summer is
Summer has gone.
has gone, yeah, like that."
Can you little bit tune your computer? It means increase the volume because it's too hard to hear you. Can you say something?
I don't know, everything's wrong.
Maybe can you speak a little bit louder?
Okay.
Maybe better. So, according to this article, can you tell me true or false? Please read aloud.
Rich people talk about the weather more than they used to. Now they always talk about the weather. False.
False.
People had mixed feelings about the hot weather. Yes, they was delighted and worried. Some weather experts say that the warm weather wasn't an Indian summer because it happened in September. That's true. And the older English term for Indian summers is still used in some parts of the UK. True. Not used.
Be careful. The older English term for Indian summer is still used in some parts of the United Kingdom. No.
Kate Fox says that the British talk about the weather because they are shy. No, was she talk about that?
Be careful. Kate Fox says that the British talk about the weather because they
help,
are shy. No.
To overcome their reserve.
Yes.
It's when the
True.
shy. Sir John Mortimer believes that the British talk about the weather to avoid saying what they really think. True.
Yes. So I think we discussed, say what you think they mean, these phrases in this article, so we can pass it. And let's start. Can you put them in their correct positions? It means match the definitions. You can read aloud. If you don't know the meaning, tell me, please.
It's unpleasantly cold. Sorry. It's very cold.
No,
It's
maybe
freezing.
no.
It's -10. It's below 0. Yeah.
Which one you are saying now? You listed all of them. For second one, you can think pleasantly cold as well, or normally cold.
Unpleasantly cold.
Second one.
I don't know the second one. The third one is freezing.
Freezing will be correct.
The fourth is below 0.
Below 0, -10.
Pleasant and not cold. It's just warm.
No,
Chilly.
no. Chilly is second one that you couldn't find.
Chilly. And not cold.
It means chuchuch cold. In the middle. What is this? Like spring, autumn. Mild comes from mid.
Pleasantly high temperature. Warm. It's scorching. Unpleasantly hot.
Scorching, unpleasantly cold, unpleasantly hot. I think it's easy to find. Saudi Arabia, desert.
Humid?
No.
No.
Humid Istanbul.
Stuff.
That it sticks.
Yeah.
But we are talking about hot weather, really hot weather.
What weather?
Afghanistan, Pakistan.
Boiling? It's very
Boiling.
It's boiling?
Yes. I'm boiling now.
It's a bit wet, but not raining. It's humid.
Istanbul.
It's slightly humid air. Slightly. Like.
Taldykugan. Taldykugan will be okay, or nearby Caspian in summer.
Breeze.
No.
Wait. What means down?
Dump is this
Is it slightly humid?
slightly humid air with A.
Yeah. Short period of rain. Showers.
No.
Long period.
Shower. Short period of rain, not intermittent. When you take a shower, it is comes, goes, comes, goes.
Yeah.
It is shower. But this is short period.
Short period. It's drizzling.
Drizzling.
This is shower. Raining a lot. It's pouring.
Pouring.
There is a light wind. Breeze.
Breeze. A light wind. Nice. Second part, please. Fog, mist, or smoke. What is the difference between them? Without listening.
I know between, the difference between fog and smoke, but mist.
First of all, let's start with fog and smog. Mist is chuchuch fog. Generally on the mountain, you can see. Light ones. Light but massive ones.
when the weather is foggy or misty or there is smoke, it is difficult to see. Isn't usually very thick and often occurs in the mountains or near the sea. It's mist.
Mm-hmm.
Is thicker and can be found in towns and in the country. It's smoke.
Fog. Smoke is after burning something. Happens. From the exhaust fumes, chimneys.
The smoke we already called about also called when in our mountain, especially after cars.
This is smoke.
Smoke.
After burning the coal, carbon fuel,
Yeah.
where it comes from chimney. Do you know chimney? The mohot, I guess, in Russian. Do you know chimney? Is a part of the building on the road. Yeah, the mohot, if my pronunciation is correct. Nice. So, one more time, please.
Heat wave, a period of unusual a long, usually hot, dry period when there is a little or no rain. No rain, it's drought.
Drought.
Small balls of ice that fall like rain. It's a flash of very bright light in the sky caused by electricity. Lightning. The loud noise that you hear during a storm.
Mm-hmm.
A snowstorm with a very strong winds. Blizzard.
Blizzard, snowstorm with heavy strong winds.
When everything becomes covered with water, flood. Violent storm with very strong winds. Also tornado. Hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
The season when it rains a lot in southern Asia.
Yes. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Perfecto. One more time.
In the north of England and Scotland, it will be very cold with strong winds and rain. Strong rain. Strong winds.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy rain.
Heavy rain.
There will also be fog in the hills and near the coast.
Which one? No, in the previous slide you learned. Thick. Thin. Thick.
Fog in the hills. And near the coast. Thick, it means like little bit?
No. For example,
Strong?
this telephone is thin. This is now thick.
Yeah. So it should clear by midday. Driving will be dangerous as the roads will be. Driving will be dangerous as the roads will be.
Will be
Clear.
no, dangerous. Clear is not dangerous.
Dangerous and icy.
Icy.
However, the south of England and the Midlands will have skis. Right. It will be bright and sunny. Settled.
Have clear skies.
It will be bright and sunny. So the temperature will be quite low. Over the next few days, the weather will be settled.
No.
That will be changed.
Changeable.
Changeable. With some showers, but occasional. Sunny periods. It should become more. Occasional settled.
Not settled, but occasional
Periods.
sunny periods.
It should become more settled. Yeah, here.
Nice. One more. So listen to these three people. They are talking about some occasions. You don't need to write something. Just you can take notes and then tell me what's going on. The first part you need to write 1, 2, 3, of course.
2.36. 1.
Oh, it was a few years ago now, I think. It was 2010. My wife and I had booked to spend New Year's Eve in a pub in Yorkshire in the north of England. It's a very famous pub because it's supposed to be the highest pub in the UK and it has beautiful views. Well, we knew that the weather wasn't going to be good. The forecast said it would snow, but it didn't really worry us. We're from the north and we're used to the snow. Anyway, we arrived in the afternoon and then we got dressed up for dinner. There were about 30 guests and we were having a great time. But as it got nearer to midnight, I noticed that it had started snowing very heavily. We went to bed late, of course. I mean, it was New Year's Eve. But when we woke up the next morning, there was so much snow that we realised it was going to be impossible to leave the pub. The roads were completely blocked and our cars were buried under mountains of snow. Everybody was stuck there in the pub for 2 more nights. But it wasn't a problem at all. There are worse places to be stuck than in a pub. In fact, we had a great time. We all helped a bit with preparing the food and we did the washing up after the meals. And in the evenings, we organised quizzes and we all got to know each other. On January the 3rd, they finally cleared the roads with snow ploughs and we were able to leave. But I have to say that it was one of the best New Year's Eves ever.
2. This was in the summer of 2003, and there was a terrible heat wave in London. I remember it really well, because it was my daughter's 6th birthday on the 7th of August, and we'd invited some of her friends round to our house for a party in the garden. When the children arrived that afternoon, it was just unbearably hot. I mean, it was about 36 degrees, which is absolutely scorching for us. It was just too hot to be outside. And it was too hot to be inside too, because we didn't have air conditioning. Very few houses do in Britain. And all the little girls were starting to get really exhausted from the heat, and I just didn't know what to do with them. But then my husband said, why don't we all go to my clinic? He's a doctor, and his private clinic's just down the road, and the clinic has air conditioning. So we took the children to the clinic and had the party there. It was lovely and cool there, and the girls played party games in the waiting room. But then they started running around the clinic as well, and I got really worried that they were going to break something. The whole day was a bit of a nightmare, to tell the truth.
3. In October 1987, I was 16 and I was at a girls' boarding school, a school in Kent in the southeast of England. It was a big old house and it had really beautiful grounds. That night, I woke up in the middle of the night because our bedroom window was rattling loudly. We could also hear very loud banging outside. I looked outside and I could see that it was incredibly windy. The wind was howling and trees.
Finished?
No.
Were bending right over and things were being blown all over the place. I'd never seen such a strong wind. Soon all the girls in my dormitory had woken up and the room was full of confused, sleepy teenagers. Suddenly a group of girls came running in from the room next door. A tree had fallen and broken the window by one of the beds and had covered it in glass. It was quite scary, but it was exciting as well. Then a teacher came in and told us not to worry and to go back to sleep, but it was very difficult to get to sleep because of the noise of the wind, and we were awake for hours until finally the wind died down and we could get to sleep. The next day, when we woke up, we looked outside. It looked as if somebody had dropped a bomb. There were fallen trees and branches everywhere. Just in our school grounds, 200 trees had been blown down. On the radio, they said that it had been a hurricane and that 18 people had been killed. Later, we found out that all over Britain, 15 million trees had blown down during the night.
Just need to write the number. Or was both
Just you need to write the numbers. Speaker 1, 2, 3.
Was both frightened and excited by the weather. Third one. Got quite stressed because of the weather. And really enjoyed themselves in spite of their bad weather at first.
Nice. So what do you think about speaker 1, 2, 3? What they said?
The first speaker said that they celebrate New Year Eve in England in 2010. It's like vacation, like mountain out of the city.
They wanted to spend their New Year's Eve in a pub in Yorkshire, north of England, they said.
Or something, with his wife, and there is in the evening after the dinner, he noticed that the snow very heavily snow, heavily snow, and it was impossible to leave this place, and they stayed 2 days, and they had a great time with all the people, and so they enjoyed with this trip.
Okay, next one.
Speaker 2, she talked about terrible heat wave in London in 2003. She remembered it because it was her daughter's birthday, 6 August. The temperature was 33 degrees, she said, and they don't have air conditioner in their house. And her husband
Invited them to the clinic.
To the clinic, yeah, because they had air conditioner. So they just celebrate her birthday in the clinic, but her mother a little bit stressed because she afraid that the girls, kids, something broke.
Yes, because they were a little bit nasty at that time.
Yeah.
And then the clinic will be dangerous for these people, this child, I think we can say. So, third one.
Third one is it was happened in October 1997, which was 16. She lived in boarding. She studied boarding school, and there was a very strong wind, and they're afraid because the window was broken because of the tree fallen. And their teacher said it's okay, just sleep, and they can't sleep because of the noise of the wind.
Okay.
And in the morning, she just looked at the window and realized that the street, like after bomb, it was a hurricane, and 17 people killed, and it was a really dangerous situation.
Yes, 200 trees had been blown down. 18 people had been killed. And then later, I think 15 million, am I right? 15 million trees had blown down as well during the night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The person was approximately 16 at that time. So, last part. Can you read these sentences in these clouds? And then talk about them, please.
About a time when you were somewhere when it poured with rain for days and days. I was in Almaty. It's always raining, especially in autumn. There was a flood. Unfortunately, never faced with flood. There was hurricane, or it was incredibly windy. Incredibly windy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There was 7 years old. I lived in Kent,
Mm-hmm.
and our garage door
Mhm.
just
Blown away, blown down, broken, damaged,
broke.
or destroyed by an incredible wind, we can say, or hurricane. Next one.
Incredibly cold. Oh, it was in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, in 2018 when we moved to Almaty, it was the highest temperature, minus 50, like minus 40,
Mm-hmm.
45 below zero. So it was very cold. That year.
Okay. Next one.
It was very foggy, or there was a bad smoke. Bad smoke always in Almaty.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a terrible heat wave. Wave. It was in Dubai.
Mm-hmm. And the last one.
You were caught outside in thunderstorm. Outside in thunderstorm. It was in Batumi, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so modifiers with strong adjectives. Can you read this structure, please, and then tell me what do you know about modifiers, adjective modifiers?
When we are talking about extreme situations, for example, very bad weather, you can use normal adjective with the modifiers very, really, extremely, incredibly, unbelievably. It was incredibly cold, extremely hot, unbelievably windy, etc. Strong adjectives. It's boiling here about 40 degrees. It's freezing today. Strong adjectives. Absolutely. It was absolutely freezing. The midday heat was absolutely scorching. Remember that we often use a bit or rather plus adjective to express a negative idea. For example, it's a bit too hot. It's rather chilly today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is adjective modifiers? What do you know about it?
Adjective modifiers. It's these words when we express the weather, like when we want to say it was really very big, very it was extremely over.
Very big, very small. It can be positive, negative. Adjective modifiers are used to change the emphasis or the degree of the adjective or the situation. Mostly, it's used by students or people who don't want to use actually strong adjectives or synonyms of adjectives, or who don't know synonyms of adjectives. Generally, we have a lot of synonyms of big, but we always use very big, quite big, rather big, slightly big, something like that. How many synonyms of big you know?
Synonyms big.
In any case. Do you know? Big, massive, huge, gigantic, tremendous, enormous, in some cases endless, mountainous. If I didn't say immense, I think I said immense. If it's about beauty or the view, captivating,
Beauty.
it's about the beauty of something, places, for example. Captivating. So, in that cases, it can be used. So, come to the end. Let's finish this part and then move to business. When you're ready, tell me please.
I'm done.
Nice. So, meeting deadline is critical to success on the job. So, can you read this page please? Career skills.
Our skills. Setting goals. One of the keys to managing a project successfully is to set clear goals for everyone who is involved, so that they know exactly what they have to achieve and by what time. Look at some of the phrases that can be useful when setting goals. What's the schedule for this? How much are you budgeting for? I think we should aim to. What will you need in the way of resources? So, what exactly would be involved? When do I have to get this in by? Is that feasible? Does this sound reasonable?
So, can you listen to this podcast and answer the questions?
Unit 2, Listening 2, page 21. 1.
So, Sylvia, are you ready to take on the market research side of the project? Well, I really need some more detailed information. What exactly would be involved? Well, I don't have the specifics yet, but I can give you a general idea. We're planning to create a new range of beauty products for women in the Asian and Arab world markets. We're convinced there's a market out there, but we need to do some basic research to find out more about the products that are already being used. Okay, so you want us to conduct some interviews and prepare a full market report, is that it? Yeah, that's exactly it. Your report will tell us what sorts of products we need to design. So, how many interviews will I have to arrange? I don't know exactly, but we can discuss that later on. And don't worry, I'm sure the Asian office will be able to help us with all that. That way, you can just focus on the data. Okay, but what about dates? When do I have to get this in by? Let's say 6 weeks from now. Does that sound reasonable? There's no way we can do it by then. I'd say it'll take at least 2 months, if not more.
2.
Thanks for agreeing to do the product development work, Alex. It's great to have someone with your experience working with us.
No problem. I've read the project summary, and this is exactly the sort of thing that we're good at. I'm very happy to be involved. So, what's the schedule for this?
First, we have to get the basic information from the markets before we draw up the final specifications for a full range of beauty products. Once we have those, then I think we should aim to have everything ready for production in 6 months. Will that give you enough time?
Yeah, that should be okay. But I'd like to know exactly how much we can spend on all this. How much are you budgeting for our side of things?
Well, I've given you a provisional budget of 50K for your team for all the development work. That's to include testing and production of a full range of samples. But I'll need you to give me full details of your exact costs.
Ah, no problem with that. I'll give you all the details once I get the specifications.
So,
No.
ready?
In this case, I understand that in the first case, this woman said about to create a beauty product for Asian and the Arab women, and she wants to realize
Mm-hmm.
in 6 weeks, and this woman said that it's impossible. Oh, impossible. And she said that it will take more than 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And in the second case, this man said that 6 weeks is enough,
Mm-hmm.
and he interested about budgets.
Interested in budgeting or in the budget? That's all? You don't remember more, right? I can't hear you. So, listening to you?
That's all.
Okay. These parts will be your homework. Please try to do them after the lesson and not forget to do your homework. If you cannot understand something, you can see my WhatsApp number. Take a screenshot and send it to me, please. I will help you. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have questions? Okay, so thank you for today. Take care of yourself. See you in the next lessons. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.